boys and girls, students of Buddhist Sunday school and Dhamma class, parents and grandparents, teachers of Buddhist Sunday school and Dhamma class. May you all be well, happy and peaceful. We are going to have an important presentation titled The Best Medicines for Physical and Mental Health. Now, this is important if you want to have good physical and mental health. Now, if we don't have this, then we cannot be happy and peaceful. If you are sick in the body or sick in the mind with worry, anxiety, fear, depression, and so on, you definitely will not be happy and peaceful. So this is a very important presentation. Now, the texts are in English and Malay, while the narration, comments, and explanation are in English. Now we are going to show you the slides, and as we go along, I will give some comments and explanation. There is good Dharma and also important life lessons you can learn. Now, before we launch the PowerPoint, let me check the setup to make sure it is okay. All right. So now we are going to launch the PowerPoint. You can see the cover slide, a very colorful one. The best medicines for physical and mental health. Ubat terbaik untuk kesihatan physical dan mental. And you are going to see all together 20 types of medicine. Not the usual medicine that you take like Panadol lah, cough mixture lah, antibiotics. No, I don't mean that. These are natural ways and are very important to have good health. Now, let me take off my picture lah, right? It's not important. It's important you see the words and the pictures. So let us stop the video. Now let us go on to the first, well, this is the second slide already, right? This is slide number 2. Great quotes. Before that, let us look at some great quotations on health. What the great people have to say about the importance of health. Now, Dalai Lama said happiness is the highest form of health. Very, very true. If you don't have health, as I say, you cannot have happiness. And there's also another piece of good advice from this very famous American, Benjamin Franklin. He said, early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. I was taught this when I was in primary, and until today, I still follow this very good guideline. Very good principle. I sleep early and I wake up early and do my work. Then you can get better health. Now, wealthy, of course, it can mean that you are healthy, you can think better, then you can have a good job, or more important, you are wealthy in the mind with the Dhamma, and you know what to do, you are wise. There's another important one. It is health that is real wealth, and not pieces of gold and silver. If you have a lot of gold and silver, diamonds, but you are sick lying on bed, miserable, isn't it? You have pains all over, you can't eat properly, you can't sleep properly. So what's the use of all the money if you are not healthy, isn't it? Or you are suffering from problems of the mind, you can't sleep, you have depression, then it's useless all the money, isn't it? That's why you have some famous people, the pop stars, the actors, actresses, with all the wealth, but still not happy, not healthy in the mind. So in the end, they commit suicide. You have cases like this, right? Now there's another important quote. Good health and good sense are two of life's greatest blessings. Now you are very fortunate if you have good health. Good health in terms of the physical, that means the body healthy, and the mind is also healthy, peaceful, happy. So this is a great blessing, isn't it? Now, good sense would mean that you really have a good degree of wisdom and you know what to do. You won't do the wrong things that will give you trouble. So a good sense would imply wisdom. Then there's another quotation by a motivator, and he said, the man who earns 1,000,000 but destroys his health in the process is not really a success, isn't it? How can you be successful if you destroy your health and feel miserable and not happy, isn't it? But there are many people like that now. They're so busy, right? Chasing for money, property, and all those material things. They don't take care of their health. And then at maybe just 30 years old, 40 years old, they have problems of health, always sick and feel miserable. So what is the use? You are a failure. You are not successful. So between these two things, happiness and success, happiness comes first. If you are happy, then you're successful. You're peaceful. So many people take health for granted. So this famous person or say this, health is not valued till sickness comes. You take your health for granted. You simply eat and you do the wrong things as we shall see afterwards. Then you find one day you become sick. And then you say, I did foolish things. How I wish I had taken care of my health and valued my health. So these are very important quotations for us to think about. And now you will see the 20 best medicine for your physical health and mental health. So let us now go on to the first one. The best medicine, I will label it as vegetables and fruits. Some children, young people, don't like to eat vegetables and fruits. You ask them, what is your favorite food? Kentucky Fried Chicken, McDonald's. All these are not the best foods actually. Once a while you take maybe okay. But if you take too much of these, they can be considered as junk food already, right? Processing the burger and all those stuff, you see. Well, so you must make sure you have vegetables, good green, all multicolored vegetables, and all types of fruits. This is not what I say. It's the experts, right? The doctors and the scientists, they have already found out that vegetables and fruits are good medicines. So they are among the best medicines. You can see the picture here. Here's some animation, a bit, all right? So that's the first of the medicines. Now let's look at the second one. This is slide number, it has gone to slide number 5. So it's a good nutrition. So we have this one already. So then we go back. Now after the vegetables and fruits should be this proper and adequate exercise. Adequate means sufficient, enough. Now proper, which means that you must do the proper, safe types of exercise and not doing dangerous things. You say that, I'm a rampant, I'm exercising. That's stupid, isn't it? Or you have some problems in your legs or so on, and then you do high impact games, like you go for marathon and so on and injure your legs, that is not proper. But if you are okay, then it's fine. So you must know. If you're not sure, you can consult the doctor what sort of exercise you cannot do. There are some maybe having problems of the body and so on, so you know. But very good exercises will be like walking, swimming, or maybe jogging if you are, able to. And then you can play badminton, ping pong, basketball, many good ones actually. So you find that is a physical exercise. And you must have enough. You don't do just once a month, isn't it? Every day you must have some exercises. There was this boy, he always would feel very tired, not very healthy, and he didn't feel very good in the body. So he went to see the doctor. The doctor examined him and found that, well, his organs were functioning okay generally. So the doctor asked him, do you exercise or not? Yes, doctor, I play games every day. Or doctor say, very good. Oh, you play games. How long do you play games every day? Until the battery in my game set runs out. Oh, he thinks that exercising is playing games using the PlayStation lah, or Game Boy lah, or the smartphone lah. That is not exercise. That's a joke only lah. So you see, you have to move your body and stretch your hands and legs. These are all pictures to give you an idea of how you should exercise your body. Now, you see, the slide show two aspects. One, the medicine, the best medicine for the body. Then also we'll cover the medicine for the mind, for the brain. Two things very important to be healthy physically and mentally, right? So that is number 4. No, that is slide, that is slide 4. So now let's go on to slide 5 now. This is slide 5. The best medicine, it pertains to food, the types of food you should take. Good nutrition, pemakanan baik. Now, you must have a balanced diet. You see, they call it the food pyramid. You must have enough carbohydrates, proteins, fats, not so much maybe. Here you can see all those good types of food lah. You can examine this closely later on when you watch on your own, either on the YouTube or on the PowerPoint. This will be uploaded later on in another 2 or 3 weeks time. Now, so you see, very important to have balanced diet with enough vitamins and also the various minerals. Because if you don't have good nutrition, then you can become sick easily. Your immunity system is not good. And you can be easily attacked by the various types of germs, viruses, bacteria, fungi, all those things. So balanced diet. Then once a while, it's good to have fasting. That's what the research shows. Once a while, maybe you just once a week, you say, I cut down my food. I only take breakfast and lunch, and then I skip dinner. Of course, for the Muslims, they have fasting. But for Buddhists also, we have the fasting when we observe the 8 precepts. That we take breakfast, and then we take lunch, and then we don't take solid food after 12, only drinks, even Milo or coffee, all those. Once a while you do this is very good. It sort of lets your system rest, your various organs rest, and then also probably will help to clean up all those things because we overeat, isn't it? So many people will take so many meals a day. Breakfast and then after that tea break at 10 a.m. After that you have lunch. Then after that again you have tea, the 4th meal already. And then after that near 7 o'clock you may have your dinner. And then before you go to sleep you have supper. Wow, 5-6 times. Poor body, no chance to rest also. That's how many people get sick also. Overeating is not good, So that is this very important medicine to have good nutrition, balanced diet, and fasting. That is a good medicine, one of the best medicine. Now let us go on to slide number 6. Slide number 6. One of the best medicine. These 6, no junk food, no smoking, no intoxicants. These will ruin your health. You know, if you take a lot of this junk food, you can see examples of this junk food. All those very sweet things, the aerated drinks, and then you have all those tidbits, very sweet desserts and so on. Once a while, maybe okay, right? But then some people, every day will take all this Coca-Cola, Pepsi Cola, up and and then all the, potato chips, all the tidbits, these one will ruin your health. So you have to be careful. And then, of course, you know very well, even the students start smoking at Standard 6, you are coating trouble. You can get, later on, lots of problems. Problems of the lungs, which can lead to cancer of the lungs, and then of the heart, and then your other organs. And likewise also for those who drink liquor, to the extent so much, you see, like this case, become an alcoholic. And worse still is was taking the drugs. So the best medicine will be when you don't take junk food, you don't smoke, you don't take intoxicants. That is the meaning here. So that is number 6. Let us now go on to the next one, which is slide number 7. Slide number 7. Adequate. Adequate means sufficient, enough, not the lampao, sunlight. Now, some people are very scared to go into the sun, But of course, if you overexpose, it's not good also, because you can cause harm to the skin or your eyes. Like some people spend so much time sunbathing on the beach underneath the sun. Once a while you go, it's okay, but you have to be careful. You must use sun lotion and all those. But this means that every day you must have some sunlight. Like this picture here shows, good morning, sunshine. Early morning, the sun rises, all right, and then it's not so hot, but there is sunlight, and you go for a walk or a jog, or you go to the park and so on. That is good. Because the sunlight, is essential for you to synthesize the vitamin D, one of the vitamin Ds. And then it has many other healing effects also. But you must not overexpose, right? Anything overdone is not good, isn't it? So cahaya matahari yang mencukupi, I put there. You see, this is an example. Just a morning, go out in the morning sun. Some are very, very scared. Every time go out must use umbrella already. A little bit of sun also cannot. That is the other extreme. So this is slide number 7. Now let us go on to slide number 8. Now slide number 8, the best medicines, sufficient sleep and rest. Many people fall sick because they do not have enough sleep and rest. You find some, past 12 already, 1 a.m. still playing the games, What sort of games? On the mobile phones, or maybe on their computers. I don't know what angry granny or I don't know what, angry birds, or I don't know, all sorts of all those games, they're not very beneficial. Once a while you play, then it's okay just some entertainment. But there are too many people addicted to this. And then some spend so much time late into the night also. What do? Chit-chatting with the friends on Facebook or WeChat or whatever, all those social media platforms. You are causing harm to the body and also to the mind. If you don't have enough sleep, and research has shown, that your body will build up the immunity system, sort of recharge. Most important times will be between around 11 at night until 2 a.m. right? So this time must be sleeping so that your body has a chance to recharge, to build up the immunity system, right? Replenish is charging like that, But you know what do these people do that during this time? Many, maybe secondary students or college students, mama stall, right? Late into the night. And then some will be busy, studying because exam near. You should be studying all the while in a very systematic, organized way, isn't it? You still need to have sufficient sleep and go to bed, well, maybe by 10 or 11 like that. And then some do not have enough rest. So when you don't have enough rest, you overwork. Some are working, maybe some youngsters or teenagers working. Overwork. So the body cannot take it. I've heard of people, dying also, at the computer, they have to meet the deadlines. This concerns the young adults. Wow, cannot finish already because they try to do last moment work, you see, which is also not good. So you must not always do last moment. Face up your work. Then you have enough rest. Maybe you take it easy, listen to music. After we have that also. So tidur dan rehat yang cukup amat penting demi kesihatan fizikal dan mental. This of course shows the resting in the hammock. This is to help you. And this is a very good position to sleep, right? It's recommended the Buddha would lie down this way. It's called the lion pose, where the heart is not being pressed down. You're sleeping on the right hand side. Your heart is on the left, isn't it? I will always sleep this way. But then once you sleep already, you turn, it's okay already, right? So that's why I pick this picture. It's a very good poster for you to start off when you sleep. Now let us go on to slide number 9. This one is interesting. Good humor and laughter. Research has shown that laughter, jokes, humor have a lot of benefits for your health and also for your well-being, for your mind also, mind and body. So now you know how important laughter is, but it must be a genuine laughter. You don't just want to please your mother and father. So in your study room, after half an hour, you ha 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 ha. Then your mother looks into the room and she thinks that you have gone crazy. It must be genuine laughter. Like for example, after you have studied 1 hour, then you may want to read some jokes or look at some funny comics, and then it's really entertaining. I do that, I read a lot of these amusing jokes and good humor from time to time. I will write them also, right? And these will really help your health. Now they even have what we call laughter yoga, in the world, laughter, you have to laugh like this, There was once a doctor, Dr. Norman Cousins. He was struck by cancer, and then the experts told this doctor, oh, you only have maybe 6 months to live only. And he said, no, I'm going to fight this cancer by using laughter. And that's what he did. So during that time, he bought the humor books, joke books, and those days they used the video tapes, not like now you have DVD. Then you will watch all this in the program, and then after some months, the cancer went off, and he wrote a book called Anatomy of an Illness. So you see, laughter is very therapeutic. It secretes good chemicals in your brains. So if you have not enjoyed good jokes and humor, it's time you do it. I have done a lot of postings on humor and jokes. So this is one of the very good medicines. Humor and laughter. So that is slide number 9. So now let us go on to number 10. Number 10 is being with nature is one of the best medicines. Now you find people who live in towns, urban areas, get caught in traffic jams. They are not back into nature. So a lot of stress, in the big cities. Like if you were to go to New York, many years ago, I went once. Wow, you find the city that never sleeps, everything goes on. It can be quite stressful, and then you don't feel very safe, all this. Whereas you go to a peaceful place with greenery, a lot of nature, then you find it does good not only to your physical body, to your mind also. And the mind affects the body. Your mind feels peaceful, relaxed. But today, sad to say, many young people don't like to go into nature. I remember some years ago at PBHP, we brought the 拜六晚上 英文佛法班 session. The students of the Dhamma and English class, we brought them to, I think, Kuala Selangor, the park there, and there will be a walk in nature. They say very boring, very boring. They want to go to the supermarket. They say make a trip to KL, go to the supermarkets, where they can go and play the bang bang games, all those crazy sort of games. Spend money also. And it's not doing good to your body, in fact. And worse still, some get addicted. So going to nature, or sometimes you go swimming, and then also you go for walks in nature. That is very good. So remember that. Be with the greenery, the plants, the trees, maybe a park. Like if you are in Taiping, you find a beautiful lake gardens there. Kelantan has less of these sort of things. Klang Valley, you have nature parks and so on. So do go there. Penang, you have botanical gardens and all those stuff. So that is a very good medicine. So this is slide number 10. Slide number 10, being with nature. Now let us go on to the next slide, which is number 11 now. 11. This one pertains to the mind now. You see, some people, some people have sicknesses of the mind. They always feel down and they feel, very sad. And then later on, they feel depressed also. The mind thinks negatively, negative thoughts, So we have to be with people sometimes. Man is a social animal as well as a solitary. So sometimes we need to be alone. Sometimes we mix with other people, isn't it? Socializing in a good way, have good friends, and then to be able to converse with useful, beneficial talk lah. And then share your good experiences, share and care lah. So this is very healthy for the mind. A person that keeps to himself and then doesn't socialize in the proper way, he may develop psychological problems of the mind. He withdraws from the society, and then the time will come where he can get Chen. You can go into depression. This picture shows it very clearly. So you have good friends, good conversation, interaction with others, and you learn communication. You can express things out. So when you express things out, sometimes you share the problems with other good friends. They can help you also, isn't it? So it's just like, getting off some burden from you, because you tell about your problems, and then some have suggestions and so on. So this way will benefit you in terms of your mind, right? Whereas a person always keeps quiet and all the problems bottle up there, everything. Then one day, people, they go into a crazy sort of situation, and then, people are like run amok, then why all these students are very quiet one, this girl very quiet one. Suddenly run amok, take one knife, chase the teacher and say, bunuh cikgu, bunuh cikgu. Because all the while quiet, everything, all emotions all bottled up, never have good company to express out the feelings and thoughts and the what your ideas are and share. So remember that is a very important thing. Now let us go on to slide number 12 now. And slide number 12, listening. Yes. Over talking is bad, is it? There must be times where you listen. Listening not to all those heavy music, very noisy one, your heart also can go pop, 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 you know. That one will not give you good relaxation. You listen good soothing music, classical music, maybe Beethoven, Mozart, and things like that. Piano music, all very, very soothing, especially when you are very tired and stressed out. Instead of playing all those high-speed games that make you even more stressed, you sit down and just relax, listen to good music, or even some good chanting. You have also very good chanting in Buddhism, and in other religions also they have. Hinduism also has a good chants. Then you find it's very relaxing. And also another good way is we listen to a good talk, a good motivational talk, or maybe a religious talk, Dhamma talks, by good speakers, good monks and nuns. This will be very beneficial for your mind. And these are the very good medicines. Because when you listen to good Dhamma talks and so on, they benefit your mind. They make you wiser, know how to handle problems, isn't it? And once your mind is good, positive, body also benefits. So this is a very important medicine. Now let us go on to number 13. Number 13, good friends. Just now, related just now, remember the good conversation? And even in the Buddhist scriptures, the Buddha talked about the importance of having good spiritual friends. In Pali, we call it the Kalyana Mitta, which means actually good friends, spiritual friends. And these friends, I posted about, good friendship. What are the qualities of good friends? You can check back many qualities. So when you have good friends, sometimes, you go outing with them, or you share interesting conversation with them, play games with them. So all this will be good for your mental health. And of course, when you are good in the mind, then the body also feels better. So if you keep to yourself, no friends, I don't have any friends, I only have enemies, then your health will be affected. And then you have to go and take medicine, all those chemicals. And some of them have side effects, you see. So today we are not talking about that. The one you can go and see the doctors, and good doctors will prescribe some medicine. But now here we are talking about safe, natural medicine for your physical and mental health. So kawan baik, very important. Sharing time with friends always makes my day. That means it will become charged up, happy, right? So this is slide number 13. Now let us go to number 14. Number 14, having a positive attitude. Now we are moving to areas of the mind already, right? For the body, you will notice that we spend time talking about food, exercise, rest, sleep. But now we have to take care of the mind. You see, the body, definitely, whatever, it will become sick as we grow older. Only thing we can minimize. You can't avoid. Even the Buddha, as he aged, he also had to face with the body sickness, like gastric or diarrhea or body aches. But his mind enlightened perfect. The mind is no longer sick. So we have to take care of the mind. And when the body sometimes falls sick, it can't be helped, even though you have taken good care. But important principle, when the body is sick, make sure that the mind is not sick. If your mind is sick as well, wow, terrible. That means you worry, you have fear, you cannot sleep, then you are anxious, you are depressed. That is double dose. Body sick, really mind like is sick. You must be more patient, all right? And then be endure all those things. So remember this, when the body sometimes becomes sick, let not the mind become sick. You must have positive attitude. Some have negative attitude, very pessimistic. You see, die already. I'm going to fail my test. And then, the weather is very bad. All this, all negative attitude. Sikap yang negative. This will affect your health. Affect first your mind. Your mind is weak because you always think negatively or bad things. You should be having positive confidence. I can succeed. Things will turn out well for me. I just try my best, right? So Dhamma is very important. So when we have good Dhamma learning, understanding, and practice, naturally your attitude will become positive and very good. I did a posting about attitude and altitude. Altitude means great heights, right? So you find that good attitude leads to altitude. Good attitude will lead you very far in the road to success. Success in various ways. Success to generate the peace in the mind. Success also to have a good job, or maybe also to have good results. This will come. So you see how important is positive thinking, positive attitude. So this is very important medicine for the mind. Now let us move on to slide number 15 now. 15 also pertaining to medicine for the mind. That is gratitude and appreciation. To be grateful, or what we call 感恩. And then, of course, we have the important thing, 父母恩, isn't it? To count your blessings, to be able to feel thankful for so many things that you have got, that you have been blessed with, If you think of the unfortunate ones like in Africa or in some of the third world countries where they can't even get enough food. You can see video clips and so on where the poor African child has to, dig the soil in the ground, the soil to see whether you have roots or caching or what. And then also cases where they have to, so hungry, they have to eat the clothes or the bag, So we are very lucky. We have food, we have, a house to stay, right? But today, early morning I went out, I saw this lady and the son. I think they are not well in the minds. They are like subnormal. They are not really mad, but they are having problems of the mind. I think they have no place to stay. So I saw them so early morning hanging around near the, I think it was the store, yes, around that area. So, and then, they are very scared, they think that we want to harm them. So then I already got ready because I noticed them before. I got ready in Ampao already. So I asked them to come near my motorbike. I was just at the side and they were, but the fellow dare not, The fellow asked me to go, to come to her though. So I stopped the motorbike and then I gave her some money so that maybe she could buy some food for the one. So there are many people who are very unfortunate. So we must be grateful, appreciate what you have, be thankful to your parents, your grandparents, your teachers, all those who have helped you. And the research has shown that people who are grateful, appreciative, they will feel good. The mind will be feeling very good and peaceful. And then also it will help the physical body. Right? So, but today, many people take things for granted. The young ones, sometimes they don't show the 父母恩, that means filial piety, thankful to their parents, right? And then thankful for so many things that they have, So, show gratitude, be grateful. And once you develop that state of mind of being grateful, then it will contribute to your mental health. And you know, when the mind is healthy, then it will secrete good chemicals. And these good chemicals, neurochemicals, they call it, can also help the body to be more healthy. The well-being is related lah, mind and body. So this is the very important medicine also. And that is slide number 15. Now let us go on to slide number 16 now. Again, this pertains to mental health. Many people today, suffer from stress, depression, and many other illnesses of the mind because they have not learned very important what we call life lessons. For Buddhists, we say they have not learned the Dhamma. Or they might not have learned good principles from their religions if it's not Buddhism. All religions also have good things, isn't it? So you find that they cannot accept anything that is causing some difficulties or pain. All right. Let's say they are sick, the body feels pain. They cannot accept it already. If they are healthy, all right, you see. So if they get very high marks, they're all right. But sometimes they get low marks, they feel terrible, they cannot accept, they cannot sleep, cannot eat. In other words, they cannot brace what we call the 8 worldly winds in life. Everyone is subjected to this. Only the enlightened ones, they can embrace perfectly. They are not affected their minds. What are these 8 worldly winds? Sometimes you have happiness, sometimes you have pain and you have sorrow, isn't it? You're very, very healthy and fit. Wow, you feel very happy. But sometimes you feel, wow, terrible stomach ache, body ache, headache. Then, if you're not patient and enduring, you suffer because you cannot accept this is natural. So, happiness, sorrow sometimes. Then, when people praise you, you feel very happy. Oh, you know, maybe your tail also goes up. Or your head gets swollen. But what about when people blame you? Then you cannot take it, you cannot accept it. So you suffer. You don't realize this. And then sometimes you gain, sometimes you lose. Sometimes maybe you're so lucky you win in a contest, some prizes or money and so on. Wow, very, very happy. But sometimes you lose the money. You drop your wallet and the money cannot be found already. Can you accept this? You cannot, then you find you suffer. Where you say, well, these things happen, now mine, right? Most important, I still have a life, I still have a mind. And then sometimes, you become famous. You may be a very popular fella in the school, or let's say you look in the pop scene. Sometimes very famous as a singer, another time nobody knows you, don't want to listen to your music already, or your singing. So sometimes famous, sometimes not famous. So when you're not famous, can you accept it? So you cannot, you suffer. So the best medicine, a good medicine is when we have the Dhamma, we know how to accept peacefully whatever happens. We just do our best with it. Right? So this is also a very good medicine for your mental health. Now let us go on to number 17 now. 17. This also has been researched, and the research workers have found that a person who is not so selfish, miserly, who is very generous and does charity, dana, always helping, yi gong, and then reach out to people. These are the people that are more happy, who are more happy, and then they are more healthy also. They do not get mental illnesses like you, Richard, and so on, because they always think of other people. They are not just thinking of themselves always only. So dana, actually, the practice in Buddhism, we call it dana. And helping other people in need will definitely contribute to your mental health, to make you more happy, peaceful, healthy. And when that happens, naturally your body also will feel better. I told you the mind related to the body. So of course, you see the pictures tell the whole thing more clearly. Very caring and helpful people. And then even this small boy from young being trained already to give to the needy, which is good. Here you see lah, helping people. These are very good heart, good hearted lah, opening the door of your heart. And this cartoon just showing that donation when you can. Even our school days also, I remember, so these donation things will come around. So the time we just have 10 cents in the pocket for the canteen. So many of we all are taught that lah. So we sacrifice, so we put the 10 cents in the box, and then that day I don't go to the canteen like that. And you feel also quite happy that you have done a charitable act lah. But today you find they only want to get, receive, receive. Instead of giving or helping, they will be more concerned. I want this new pair of shoes, Nike lah. I want iPhone, iPhone 7 or what. I want this, I want that. But then what about the other way around? Can I give something to another one that is in need? You see, that's why you have so many problems in society among the young today. You see, so this is a very good medicine. No need to take lots of all those sleeping tablets and so on. Natural medicine, you follow this, you solve the problem. Now let us go to number 18 now. Slide number 18. Unconditional love towards all living beings. This actually, to sum up, the Buddhist term is metta. So metta, the best translation is loving kindness. I think all of you in the Sunday school or in Dhamma classes have been taught to do this meditation on loving kindness. It's unconditional love. It's not the type of love that you maybe see on the movies or you read the books or romance stories. 我爱你，你爱我啦. But that one is not unconditional. If this boy finds that his girlfriend has gone for another boy because she now maybe loves the other person already. Wow, this fella no longer will love the girlfriend already. Will hate. Wow. You say, I will love you provided you love me, only that type of condition. So some can even kill the girlfriend or kill the girlfriend's new boyfriend. You heard of all this. So that is not metta, you see. Very close to metta is a mother's love, yes. A mother's love, 母亲的爱. You find a mother loves the child. No condition, nothing, no expectation and so on. Even if the son later on maybe some wrongdoing ends up in jail, the mother still loves the son. You probably will visit the son in the jail. That is very close to metta. So of course the Buddha had the highest metta. All living beings. And not only for human beings, you must also remember the animals. I've seen some, they torture the animals, kick the dog, pour hot water, all sorts of things. That's very bad. And then some will go and pull off the legs of the butterflies. When I was young, I saw some of my friends doing that. I find it's horrible. Why you make the living being suffer, isn't it? So that is metta, very important thing. Now let us go on to slide number 19. This is also a very, very important. Going to the end already are the most important medicine, because they're all Dhamma based. The most important medicine towards the end already. Living a virtuous life, which means it's morality. We must observe the moral rules. And for lay Buddhists, you must observe the 5 precepts. No killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, no lying or speaking harsh words or gossip or talk bad about people, and no drinking intoxicants until you get mabuk or taking drugs and so on. So if you lead a moral life, your mind is peaceful, isn't it? You won't have a guilty or fearful conscience. And now you can sleep peacefully. So when you can sleep peacefully, you eat peacefully, then your health is better, isn't it? So whereas, you know, if they do the wrong things, immoral things, you find your mind will be affected, right? And then obviously I read books also, you have people involved in helping the husband to kill the king, you know, but then towards later part, you know, she couldn't sleep and she went mad. You see? So this is a very good medicine. Live live a virtuous life. Follow the moral rules. And that is a very important medicine. If you do immoral things, there's a price to pay. Not only will your mind be affected, but as I've told you before, the mind can affect the body. And in terms of Dhamma, if you do the bad things, then you get the bad results. Not necessarily wait until the future life, you know, right? Maybe a later part of your life already, you know, you afflicted with serious sickness, or you get an accident that's so terrible. It could be related to that you are not following your precepts. So you see, there was this case about two people going for hunting, you know, right? So hunting is not encouraged as a hobby. You should not have this hunting as a hobby because you are killing, hunting the animals. Wow, you get a lot of thrill, you know, with the gun, wow, everything. So one day, one of them shot the other person, his friend, you know, because don't know somehow or other he thought that he was the wild boar. So kill him. So you see, because the people are also hunting, so the karma ripen very fast already. You are doing something that is not good. You are killing animals. So you got killed. And the other fella, boy, imagine got to live with that later on in life. I don't know what will happen to him also. So you see here, this one shows you all the moral things, right? So you see our mind usually, in the conflict between the bad, this one is like the devil, and then this one is like the angel, the deva. So which are you going to follow? The good things or you following the bad things? If you follow the bad things, then your mind will be affected, and it can affect your body, and then you have the bad karma, right? The result will come, the bad result, and the dukkha will come. So you see how important this medicine is. Now let us go to number 20 now. Slide number 20. This also, you see, one of the most important medicine. It also pertains to morality. In Buddhism, it's so very important, the mental poisons that can cause havoc to your mind, and they will bring you suffering, not only in this life, but in future lives. And that is the Tan Chin Chi. The greed, the anger, the hate, the stupidity, the ego, delusion. All these are what we call mental poisons. So when you have these mental poisons, the mind is going backwards, and actually it can affect your body. Like for example, a person full of anger, so very, very angry, you can get a stroke. You get a heart attack also, isn't it? And you find that a person that is having a very, very bad temper, cannot control, he has not learned the Dhamma and practice, full of this anger and hatred. So you find he will have problems of the heart, right? Of the blood circulation. He might even get a stroke if he doesn't get a heart attack. So these mental poisons can affect your body also. And then if the person is a very proud person, very egoistic, so he will suffer the pains when people say something and he feels that his ego is bruised, already affected. So then what happens? He cannot sleep already. People talk bad about me, right? And if he doesn't get the thing, he feels, hey, how come cannot get those things? Because the ego is there. Why the fellow never respect me? Again, all those things. So you cut these mental poisons, definitely it will make your mind more peaceful and more healthy, more happy. And likewise, the body will follow suit now, isn't it? So you can see the pictures, right? You see this lady, normal time, okay, but then, wow, the hatred and the anger coming, then it will be terrible already. This one also, you see. And this one is very greedy, huh? Pumping all the dollar sign, very, very greedy. So you find that one day something will happen to him because he is tempted by the devil of greed. So he cheats, or he steals, or he robs, or he conducts a scam, con people. So these sort of things, he will have to face the music, which means that his mind will suffer. And then the worry, the fear, or he may be even put to jail. So you think he will be very healthy? Can't even sleep and eat properly already, isn't it? So this will be very, very, very important. So the best medicine, one of the best medicine you can say, to cut these mental poisons, right? To cut this. Okay, so now let us go to number 21 now. Now 21, this one has been proven already by scientists, all those neurologists, or the psychiatrists, psychologists, that meditation works wonders. I've done a few postings, but usually for the adults. But if you can understand, actually, you can also refer the benefits of meditation. So many, I'm not giving a talk on that. And one of the great benefits of meditation, even though it's not the aim of meditation, but it comes, a person who does the meditation, it brings a lot of positive things to the mind and body. The research has shown that the mind will be able to secrete better chemicals to improve the immunity system, to improve the well-being of your mind. Your brain also works better. The heart is also working better. The blood circulation. So definitely has been shown that meditation has lots of benefits for the body and the mind. I'm not talking about the spiritual part. The spiritual part, uh, going towards enlightenment, things like that. To reach the ultimate goal of Nibbana. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about mental, physical health. The meditation is very, very good. And the Buddha taught it. And the Buddha did it until he became enlightened. Uh, so this one is a very cute picture of this person having a very, very serene look. And this one, of course, shows people meditating in nature. So that is number 21. Now let us look at 22 now. Oh, this is another very important medicine. You find the last slides, the last few slides are the most important because they are the most important medicine. Most important will be to take care of the mind. Of course, you have to take care of the body also. But if your mind goes haywire, I tell you, very difficult already. Right? Body, sometimes will be sick. I told you cannot be avoided. But if the mind progresses, is cultivated and so on, I can do wonders. That's why I told you just now, if the body becomes sick, let not the mind be sick. And this is one fantastic medicine. In one of the reports I read, he said this is the most important medicine. And that is being mindful, mindfulness, to be in the present. Don't let the mind run to the past and then feel regretful, remorseful, feel guilty. That's past already, right? Then you can learn from the past and then you make the resolution not to do it again and move on already and do as much good as you can. Isn't it? That is the attitude. So don't worry about the future. Speculate. Nobody's to come and then get into a frightened state. I don't know. I'll fail the exam. Maybe all that I study won't come out, and I don't study one comes out. All those speculative nonsense thinking. And that will weaken the mind. That's why you see that if we train the mind to be more in the present, to be mindful of all the things that we do, then your mental health will improve. In fact, the research has shown that Dr. John Kabat used this mindfulness to be aware of the body, what is happening, and he could cure the pains of people who could not even benefit from the painkillers already. Opium, everything all cannot work already. But then this mindfulness helped them. So you see how important training of the mind is. This is a very interesting picture. Mindful, different spelling, Mindful, mind always thinking of so many things. The fellow is walking in nature, but his mind is thinking about, my car, what happens? My mobile phone, my house, all sorts of things. Though the mind becomes weak. Whereas the other, whereas he will follow this mindful. He's just mindful. I'm walking, I can see the trees, and there is a lovely sun. I feel the sunlight, just the present moment. Then it contributes to his good health. This one shows in the meditation training. If we hear, we know it. Then another thing happens. I smell it, all right, or I taste it. He just knows it. He doesn't attach. He knows what is happening, everything. Every time, present moment, present moment. So this is training the mind to be strong, you see. So you see, this is one of the strongest and best medicine for your mental health. And when you have the good mental health, then the physical health. And just now I told you about the case of using this technique and overcoming the pain, isn't it? So now let's go on to the last slide. Today, a long presentation of 23 slides. So that's the last slide already. And I will conclude by referring to what the Buddha said about health. It's from Dhammapada, verse 2024. The Buddha said this: health is the most precious gain. If we don't have mental health and physical health, you find it's terrible. You can't do things properly. You won't be happy and peaceful. So you say health is the most precious gain. Don't think that the gold and the silver, the most precious gain is the health. The Buddha said that. And contentment, the greatest wealth. The greatest wealth is not the house, the car, or your jewelry, but it is being a state of mental contentment. You try your best, you get what you have. Count your blessings. Don't be too greedy, covetous. That's good as well. Then this one, I didn't deal with it, but just to explain a bit. Trustworthy person is the best of the relatives, person whom you can trust. And the highest peace and the highest perfect happiness and bliss is the Nibbana, highest happiness and peace. So then I conclude by writing these lines. This one is from the Dhammapada, the Buddhist scripture, where this one was what I wrote. When the true Dhamma is practiced diligently, with good effort, then our wisdom will certainly grow more sturdily. When you are practicing well, not one day practice, stop for 6 months. Dana, Sila, Bhavana. Grow more steadily, then you will be able to live more healthily. You'll be able to live more happily and more peacefully. So that is his conclusion. And live by the Dhamma, represented by the Dhammacakka will to follow the Noble Eightfold Path. So before we say sadhu 3 times, I would like to thank all the students and also the youth members. In fact, this is applicable for all people, but especially dedicated to the students at different levels. Primary also can, secondary or tertiary. And then also all the parents, grandparents, because you also want to teach the young ones. So I'd like to thank all of these people, those who are following this, all for taking time to follow this presentation, having spent the energy and being mindful. So I say thank you and sadhu to all of you. So now let us hold our palms and say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, Sadhu, sadhu. May all of you be well, healthy, happy, and peaceful. And may the Dhamma be with all of you always. Take care.